Hello and welcome to Honors Car Reviews. My name is Eric and this is the Hyundai Santa Fe plug-in hybrid. And in this review I'm going to tell you why this is one of the most sensible cars this year. The headlines of this car is that it has 265 horsepower. 90 horsepower comes from the electric engine and the petrol engine is a 1.6 liter four-banger. It has about 60 kilometers of range in pure electric. And in winter, I don't think that's quite correct, because in winter, electric cars gets worse mileage. But this car costs from 54,000 euros. And all of this for that price as a full-on plug-in hybrid. I think that Hyundai is onto something. In Europe, this is Hyundai's largest SUV. And as I said, it is a 7-seater, but you will have to choose if you will have 7 seats or space in the luggage. So, fit some luggage or have 7 seats. So it is not as large as perhaps a Ford Explorer or a Mercedes GLS Audi Q7, but it is enough for almost every single family that will buy this one. Plug-in hybrid, and it has four-wheel drive system that is mainly front-wheel driven, but it can send up to 50% of its power to the rear. The design has seen quite a change, and for the better and for the more aggressive side, because it is, at least from the front, you can see that this enormous grille and this really thin lights that has become quite a Hyundai trademark. It looks bold and aggressive. Is it too much? Maybe. But it's on the right path of being something unique. Or if you go to the rear, it is not as aggressive, and personally, I think that this is more flowy and easy on the eyes. Especially the rear lights. Rather unassuming exterior actually, except for the lights. But on the whole, I think that this is quite a decent looking car, albeit the grille is quite aggressive. So, at the rear seat of the Hyundai Santa Fe, and it is a lovely place to be in. I love this two-tone look, but this is an extra option that you will have to pay to get this, together with this unique material on the roof. I'm quite tall, 187, and I often find myself not having enough lower thigh support, and that is the same here. My knees are fairly high up, and the back cover on the front seats is in plastic, but they have an indent, so there's no problem with the knee space, but the knees are fairly high up. A bit uncomfortable on longer journeys, but I have a massive sunroof. And it is just nice to be in, nice choice of colors, nice choice of quality materials, apart from this plastic on the sides, you can even hear it, but you also have some metal that breaks everything up. A really nice design, all in all. The Hyundai Nexo, the hydrogen-powered Hyundai, has quite a similar center console, which means that the new Santa Fe has taken some design inspiration from that car. And I think that is a good thing, because this grey plastic and metal really breaks up the interior together with this light color and makes the interior a quite nice place to be in. It is just nice to be here. And a lot of buttons and dials makes the car as a whole very easy to operate. And the action of them is also really nice. However, the infotainment system, the design is fine. But I have found myself, when I start the car, the infotainment system doesn't start. And it's extremely slow at booting. So driving around for half an hour, 2 hours with the infotainment system that is just black is not acceptable. So, how is the Hyundai Santa Fe to drive? Well, it feels sophisticated. It feels like the engineers at Hyundai has put thought and time into developing this car. It does not feel like a half-hearted attempt. Quite the opposite. The suspension is soft yet compliant. It is stiff enough to not roll too much in the corners. Well, the sidewall is quite large, which means that together with the quite numb steering, the feedback from the car is not that great. But this is not a dynamic car, so that's not bad. But for what it will do, hauling the kids to school, driving to work, buying groceries, doing that road trip, no problem at all. And with a claimed electric range of just under 60 kilometers, I think that this will be quite easy to operate. The base price of 55,000 euros for this size and this hybrid performance is almost class leading. And this car is fully spec'd out, so that is just above 60,000 euros. That is a bit too high, and I feel that that initial price of 55,000 euros is an extremely good price point. And when the battery is out, the car is still relatively unthirsty. However, when you get over 100 kilometers an hour, that big grille, that big front, creates quite a lot of aerodynamic drag. So it is difficult to be under 8 liters per 100 kilometers when you drive over 100 kilometers an hour. So that's something that you need to take into consideration when you want to have a car like this. The car is packed with tech. The car has cameras underneath the side view mirrors, which is not new, but when you use the indicators, there is a camera that shows the dead angle. So you can always make sure that you do not have a bicycle, a pedestrian, a car at a dead angle when you need to change lane or turn to the right or left or whatever. Also, you have a head-up display that shows the current speed limit, the speed that you have if there is a car at a dead angle. So right now there's a car to the left of me, and I can see that on the head-up display. Of course, this car comes with active cruise control. Great to have, and it should come as standard in new cars. The Hyundai Santa Fe does it, so that's great. Hyundai has gone to Krell for the audio system. Some other companies use Bose, Bowers & Wilkins, Bang & Olufsen, and so on. This Krell is a smash hit. The bass is quick yet warm, and you can feel that there's a lot of power behind it. It is one of the better sound systems on the market. Hyundai has really done a good job with using Krell as the audio system supplier. Also, the digital gauge cluster changes depending on which drive mode you're in. So right now in Smart, I have a special layout of the speed and how much power I'm using. So right now I'm in the Echo section of it, and there was a warning that I'm getting too close to the center lane. But if I change to Sport, there's of course a more sporty look which shows the revs. And if I go to Echo, it's a different layout. However, I have also snow, mud and sand. I don't know which buyer will use this car to drive on the dunes, but it exists. So, to finalize the Hyundai Santa Fe, a competitive price, a competitive electric only range, and a large SUV. Regarding stats, regarding how it feels to drive, it feels like a really, really competitive product. And I can see myself buying this car, and that's not something that I say a lot, but I think that Hyundai has done almost a home run with the new Hyundai Santa Fe. And that's my final review for the Hyundai Santa Fe. See you next time.